So Cindy heard some commotion in the back of the camper, came back and found me naked with a drill in my hand. Hi y'all, and welcome to vlog 52. I cannot believe that I have been able to make a video to go live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. for an entire year. So this is the last vlog of chapter 1. Next week we start chapter 2, and I'm going to try to do the same thing again next year. I hope you join us. I hope you've seen an improvement from vlog 1 to vlog 52. Now, hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Today is Monday, just a few more days left. I don't even know what day it is, the 28th. 29th. Let me check my phone real quick. Today is the 29th of December. Now, I will say that a lot has changed in the matter of a week. So you know, from our last vlog, we went down and visited the kids in Colombia. We've talked about we're going to go visit my parents in January. And then we're heading up to New Jersey. Well, Christmas Eve, I got a call from my sister saying that my dad is rushing my mother to the hospital. She comes home Christmas Day, and we found out that she has fluid buildup on her brain. And they are going to find a neurologist that is going to help relieve the pressure and hopefully make her feel better. So that was quite a shock for Christmas Day. And then I call my parents on Christmas Day to wish them a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and to find out how Mom slept and how she was feeling. And I find out that the first week of February, my dad is having heart surgery. He's not getting like open heart surgery or any of that stuff. He is, I think it's AFib he's got, which is what I had. And he's going to go in and they're going to put a Watchman, and they're going to cut off or burn off the nerve that is causing the problem. Don't ask me how it's all done, but it is. And it got to me to thinking, you know, one of the reasons why we didn't go back to Montana to work in Yellowstone was because we wanted to be closer to my parents. Both of Cindy's parents are deceased. Matter of fact, her parents, her grandparents, and all have passed away in the last 10 years, I would say. And so all she's got left is her brother and sister, me, and the kids on her side of the family. And I was thinking how fortunate I am to still have both my parents alive. My grandmother didn't pass until just a few years ago, and she made it to a very nice old age, and we got to spend lots of time enjoying her. She was a lovely person. I'm told she was the first Miss University of South Carolina. So I say all this to say that I talked with my sister, and I told my sister that if she just started a new job, just got married, and has two young children, and that if push came to shove, that Cindy and I would be willing to stay in Georgia, and come and live with my folks 2 weeks out of the month, kind of split the duty with her. The goal is to finish another year at Wading Pines Campground in New Jersey, campground we manage. And we're going to go down in February, and when my dad has his procedure, I'm going to take him to the hospital, and Cindy's going to hang out with my mom, make sure she doesn't need anything. And we're going to spend probably a week, at least 5 days, down there with them and kind of assess the situation. You know, I love my parents very much, and so does Cindy, and we would do anything to be with them and to have more time with them. So, you know, we were going to work a couple more years before we took Social Security, but I think we're just going to do one more year at Wading Pines, and then we're going to come back to Georgia to be available if we're needed, at least to be able to visit them monthly instead of twice a year. So with that being said, I'm going to have to figure out how to support myself without managing campgrounds. So we can take Social Security in 27. Me in February, Cindy in July. So really, when we finish up next season in November, we'll just have a few months before I can go on Social Security at 62. And then Cindy will have a few months after that, and she can go. So one thing we're going to try to do is DoorDashing. Now, you saw a video 2 or 3 weeks ago of us DoorDashing, and we have not worked at it all that hard. I did first week I did like $100. I DoorDashed twice, just trying to figure it out. The next week I did $523 in 30 something hours. And then the last week I DoorDashed 2 days and made $230. So starting the year in January, I'm gonna do a DoorDash challenge. And that challenge is gonna be making $500 consistently every week. Now, since this is the 29th, this month's almost over, and the first week of January will go into this week, then I think we're going to start it today. We have month-end reports due. Cindy's at the camper now working on those, and we have a 1 o'clock bi-weekly campground meeting with management or with ownership. And then I think we're going to go DoorDashing this afternoon and take y'all with us. I want to DoorDash 5 days a week, less than 40 hours, and DoorDash until I make at least $100 each day. From what I've figured out, the down period from lunch to dinner is 2:30 to 4:30. So today we'll probably go out during those hours just to team up and maybe check some new spots out, and then we'll start hitting it hard at dinner tonight. So we're going to do that. I want to bring you along. I'll try to do a weekly video to update how last week went. And DoorDash pays on Mondays, and their work week is Monday through Sunday. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I have the $500 made before Sunday. I can film a video and maybe put those up on Sundays, so look for those. Now you see me without the dog doing some walking, and that's because stress has gotten the better of me. And we've been working a lot here. We've been trying to figure things out. But last year at Wading Pines, when I arrived at Wading Pines, I weighed 207 pounds, roughly. And I got on the scales 2 weeks ago at 234. Huge weight gain. So I've started doing my walks every day, 10,000 steps, except for, you can see I've got no Samsung watch. I used my Samsung watch when we were in West Yellowstone, and I did my 10,000 steps a day challenge video. I'll try to link that at the end of this video. It's a pretty good video. But my watch will not hold a charge. So I'm gonna have to look into maybe using some of my DoorDash money for that. But anyway, I'll kind of report on that. I did get on the scale. I've been kind of watching my weight for 2 weeks. And it's windy and cold out here. And I got on the scales this morning at 229.9. So I'm headed in the right direction. I'm outside here at the camper, getting ready to do a little bit of house duties. So this past week of Christmas, the temperature here has been in the 60s during the day, draining the gray water, and down in the 40s at night. Gray tank was almost full. We got to check the fresh water. Well, today the high is going to be 41 degrees and the low is going to be 19 degrees. So I checked my propane tank and my water tank. Water tank, you can see the levels right here. I've got to fill that up. And then my propane tank is at, well, let's double check. So I've got these sensors that I bought on Amazon that work really well. And it is called Mopica. And so you can see tank number 1 is the one that's currently hooked up to the camper, and it's at 13%. So since it's going to be so cold tonight, I am going to change that tank out because the heater's going to run a lot this next week. But I'll put a description. A friend of mine used them in down at Point South KOA is where I met him, and he turned me on to them. I love them. You have to be right up on them for them to Bluetooth to your phone. So I come outside, I just open the app and check them. So we're gonna fill this tank and I'll let you know when it's full. Oh, I will put the link to the Mopicas in the description of this video, and I'll pin it as the first comment. While that tank is filling with water, I'm gonna go ahead and switch the extend-a-stay for the propane from this tank right here to the one back there. So first thing you have to do is close the tank, and you have to undo. I like to put my finger over the bleeder hole just to keep it from leaking all the propane out that's in the line, and then I just screw it into the new tank and turn the tank on, and it is just that easy. Another thing that we are trying to do to become more self-sufficient. All right, that's open. Tank is changed. That's easy. I love the extend-a-stay. It allows me to use these 30-pound bottles instead of the onboard propane, and I can save the onboard for an emergency. But like I was saying, one of the things that we are doing is I am trying to be more self-employed, do things that are either gig apps or my own thing. So over the past month or so, Cindy and I have been writing a cookbook specifically for the 6-quart crock pot, and that it will give you a lot of the recipes that we use. We cook in a crock pot all the time. I think it's going to have a total of 32 recipes in it, And I was looking for someone to design the cover and to do my editing, and a good friend of mine has volunteered to do that for us. He owns Living Wild Productions. I will stick the page from the book that shows that he is the editor slash maker of the cover. In case y'all want to do any video editing, start your own YouTube channel. He does thumbnails for people. He does a lot of my thumbnails. He does all kind of graphic art. So give Living Wild Productions a email or a call if you've got a project you might need some help on. But we're excited. The cookbook should actually sometime in January be published and available. And when that becomes available, I'll be sure to share it with y'all. We're super excited, and I'll come back to you once the water's full. As you can see, the water level is right there. It's almost full. And right there is the thermometer that I used, that the receiver's inside, so I can always tell what the temperature of the water bay is. What I like about the Tiffin is it's real easy to change from tank fill to city water. You just flip that up. Now it's on city water. I will disconnect that this evening. You see I've got a small space heater in the water bay to help keep that warm and regulated, and the gas heat also heats it through a vent. So as you see this vent right here coming off the gas heater, that throws heat down onto this side. What I was noticing when we were in Minnesota is that it did not produce enough heat to keep the water pump from freezing on the other side. Now granted, it was negative 20 degrees, but I got burned once. I'm not going to get burned again with it, so we use both, and it hasn't failed us a single winter since. Now we bought Cindy a collapsible desk. This thing folds up and will fit behind the cat tower over there, but if you pull it out, it gives her a nice L-shaped space, or me a nice L-shaped space. So I'm gonna have to show you. There's Cindy. Say hey, Cindy. You haven't seen her all day. So Cindy heard some commotion in the back of the camper, came back and found me naked with a drill in my hand. And this is what I was doing. Is for Christmas, I got a new Ryobi drill, and I got these, what are they called? Brushes? Brushes that come in that color right there is soft. This color is medium, and then they have one black one, I think, that is hard. So this is our tub. After coming back from New Jersey, we noticed that the walls kind of had a brown tinge to them.
Just not my cup of tea.
And I got in there last week or 2 weeks ago with those little white magic sponges, Mr. Clean, and I got some soft scrub, and I could not get it off. And my son, Spencer, was telling me about these brushes. So for Christmas, Cindy got me a 6-piece Ryobi set, and they included that drill, and then I don't know if she bought it or Spencer bought it or the kids bought the brushes. Well, it took me 15 minutes. And I started off with the soft bristles, and I ended up using those on the doors, but they didn't seem to scrub hard enough, and so I went in with the medium. I went in there 10, maybe 15 minutes, and it is completely clean. I am very excited about how much easier that is. All right, Cindy and I just started dashing at 3:35. It's 3:41. We just finished our first dash for $5.15. We picked up at Dunkin' Donuts and dropped off here at KFC. On to the next one. Actually, I was wrong. I didn't realize that it came in, we accepted it, and then she ordered a coffee to go along with it. So it was $9.80. Literally took me 7 minutes. All I had to do was walk across the parking lot. Okay, so we just got a so-so order. McDonald's is pretty easy. We're about a mile from there. It says $3.15 for 2.8 miles. Part of that's getting to McDonald's.
Drive
a half mile of it is, so
400 feet. Turn right onto Blue Ridge Street.
What's the typical price you're looking for per?
So in the bigger markets, they say 2 miles, $2 a mile. But this is a tiny little market, and I find that a lot of the offers are like $1.50 a mile.
Or at least $1 a mile.
Turn right onto Blue Ridge
Never.
Street.
Never less than $1 a mile, and never any Home Depots because they pay terrible. I will try to put an example of a Home Depot.
That's
right
a whole
here.
nother conversation.
Yep.
Made it to McDonald's.
Yeah, let's just see.
He is
how
headed
many,
in.
Wallet and Jelly Roll songs end up in the countdown. You'll find out if you listen in the Sirius XM. Chasing that freedom, chasing that feeling that got gone too soon. Chasing that you and me,
Gotta take this over to the auto parts store so they can keep on working on cars.
There you go.
Got you some Orange Crush up in there. I ain't seen no Orange Crush in a long time. So this is what I was talking about with Home Depot. They want me to go 18, almost 19 miles for $14.78, and I gotta go in and pick up 7 items at a Home Depot. Decline.
For how much money? You didn't say, did you?
Yeah.
Then I obviously wasn't paying attention.
So we've been working for a half hour. We've made $12.94. We've taken 3 orders, declined 1, so we're at 75% for the day.
But this is the slow time. It really doesn't pick up. It's about 4 o'clock, and it really doesn't pick up till when?
4:45 normally. All right, off to the next one. All right, we got a new order. Chick-fil-A, which we're already at, $8.15 for 5.8 miles. We'll accept that. And then we will drive down the hill and park in the DoorDash area, and I'll go in and pick it up. And then this one is probably going to take us out of the zone a little bit, but still that's going to give us over $20 for our first hour of dashing.
Which is really good.
Yep, and we're dashing from 3:30 to 8:30, so we're trying 5 hours today.
400 feet.
All right, arrived at store. On for an hour and 1 minute, and we've made $21.10. We got to get back to the zone. So this order just came in. 3 miles, $7.65 at Chick-fil-A. We'll accept that.
Drive north on Town Square. Then, in 500 feet, turn right to stay on Young Harris Street.
So, customer added a $1 tip when I got up here. We've been doing for an hour and 42 minutes, $29.75. We went about 25 minutes without an offer. Continue dashing. Yeah. So here's a $21.36 offer. We got to go to Walgreens, pick up 4 different units, 2 items, and then go to the pizza place and pick up pizza. We'll take that. $21. That order will probably take us a half hour, as long as the items aren't too hard to find. And
you said it's only 2 items.
It's 2 items, 2 of each. But you know, we've gone to Walgreens and they didn't have the stuff, and then we had to call and do substitutes. And then that pizza place, Papa's Pizza, they're slow as Christmas.
That's why we're going to do Walgreens first.
Well, we don't have a choice. We have to do what the app tells us to do.
Oh, the app tells you the exact order to do it in?
Yeah, because you don't want cold food.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do Walgreens first.
Look at this truck cutting me off.
Oh, gosh. All right. We'll bring you back. All right.
All right, so you're right. We just got to buy 4 energy drinks, and then we'll go pick up the pizza.
See, these are my favorite. I like these. He doesn't like them.
Fridges, right wall. All right, so we got to get this right here. Do we see it?
Yep.
All right, I need 2 of those.
And that these.
Yep. All right, I got to scan the barcode. Two. Add to cart. And then we got to find this one. The
That's
peach.
the one on the end.
Okay, get me 2 of those.
And then it.
Yep, scan the barcode. 2. All right, let's go pay the lady.
See, I told you it wasn't going to be bad.
No, this was been the easiest shopping one yet.
Drive southwest. Then,
So that one wasn't bad.
No, that's the easiest one we've done yet. I'm not a shop and go kind of guy. I don't ever accept them unless Cindy's in the car.
But they just wanted drinks to go with their pizza.
drive northeast.
Energy
Then
drinks.
turn left.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you need it.
Then,
People
in
are
100
addicted
feet,
to those
turn
things.
right.
Yep. All right, let's go get pizza.
512. USA will be on the right. 94
What
Town
is
Square A.
pizza?
Blairsville, Georgia
To go.
30512.
Yep. We're gonna run in and get
USA is
this
on the right.
pizza, and then we will deliver it.
Papa's.
Papa's. Woo. Thank goodness my girl gave me another bag.
Well, you got another
I
bag?
got 2 bags now.
So, I thought you had to.
I had the big green one. And then,
Oh, another one.
oh, I got 2.
That's a lot of clicking.
All
Drive
right.
southwest.
1.4 miles.
That was worth it.
Yep.
But that was a lot you picked up from Papa's.
11.
Left. Turn right.
She having a
Then turn
party?
right.
I don't know what she's having. You need more drinks. You better. So, the guy that came in before me is running Uber Eats.
Uh-huh.
I asked the owner of the store in there, I said, how many orders do you get Uber Eats? He goes, we don't get hardly any because we can't get anybody to pick them up. He said, that's probably the first Uber Eats delivery he's had. I pick up from here 2 or 3 times a week. But he said, that's the first one he's had in a while.
So I wonder why nobody uses
Turn
Uber
right onto
Eats.
Young Harris Street. Then turn
No.
right.
Maybe their fees are higher.
I don't know. All right.
Turn
We'll be
right
there
to Young
shortly.
Harris Street.
You got a lot to unload.
Good, thank you.
For a half mile.
All right, so they put another $10 tip on there.
Holy moly.
And as I was walking off, a Wendy's order came in, and I went in and accepted it. I don't know how much money is for or how far it's going. I went to hit review this order on the one I just did so I could see the payout for it to make sure I was getting my $1 bonus.
You to go further down,
Okay. I don't know.
I'm just checking. Is it?
Yeah, it looks like it is.
So maybe this circles around?
Yep, so we're going to Wendy's for an unknown amount to an unknown location. Probably to meet spies, because I went to push the button to, drop down that menu that shows, what the tip was, what the base pay was. Because until 5 minutes before that order came in, I was supposed to be getting a $1 per order bonus. And because that took us 40 minutes, which still was not bad for $21 plus another tip. And I went to push that button, and then this new dash popped up, and the button to accept it is in the exact same location, just on a new screen. So it switched screens on me, and so all I saw was Wendy's, and it went bloop bloop, and then the directions popped up. So we could be going 100 miles for $3, or we could be going a half a mile for $100. I don't know. Stay tuned.
And turn right.
All right,
and I was just notified the order is ready.
Then 614
So there'd be no waiting
Highway,
here.
Blairsville, Georgia 30512.
Now, Cindy,
USA
we cannot
will be
park
on the
here
left.
overnight.
614
Overnight
Harris
parking.
Highway, Blairsville, Georgia 30512.
$50. But it says, it looks like a pretty long drive. We'll see.
Right.
all right. So did you figure out what we were doing?
Yes, we are delivering food. We're going 6 miles for $5 and some change. So if DoorDash wouldn't have tricked me,
You may not have taken it.
no, because it's less than $1 a mile. But the one we just did,
Was great pay.
yeah, it was great pay. So
So we'll take
You know
a
what?
crappy pay.
every now and then you got to take a dog to the prom.
Oh wow. Never
No.
heard of that.
Not all the girls can be pretty. All right, so 2 hours and 32 minutes, $68.61. 7 out of 8 I've accepted. That was a $3.25 order plus a $2.25 tip. Very sketchy driveway. Alright, now let's see if we can get this turned around in here.
2. USA will be on the right. 94 Town Square A, Blairsville, Georgia 30512. USA is on the right.
So coming off the mountain, we got an order to come back to the pizza place. It's a $10 order for like 10 miles, but 5 miles of that was coming back into town. So now we're picking up and we're going to have about 5 miles to go. 4 items. 3 pizzas, I can fit that, and croissant. I might be able to get all that in there.
He's trying to decide how many bags to take in.
It says this is an $11.65 order.
And how far?
Out off of that Pat Carroll, I think, from what it
Okay.
looks like. The door looks like that. Directions.
Drive west.
5
Turn right
miles.
onto Young Harris Street.
Okay, so that's not bad. Because if we had been in town, it would have been 5 miles.
Right.
And we had to get back to town to the zone anyway.
Yeah. So it looks like it's out that way. We'll see.
Not bad.
All right, these mountain drives, it's dark in here. There. These mountain drives are something. It was $11.65. Oh, Peak Pay's back on. I got a $8.50 tip, $80.26 for 3 hours.
And we've got how many hours?
Hold on. Let me tell it. Boxborough.
Dead ends.
Road
is blocked.
Hold on. Dead ends into a
gate.
Yeah. Dead ends into a cow pasture that has a gate. You must go to Gibbs. Gibbs Road to turn. Alright, let's continue dashing. Alright, so this is a double stack order, $11.55 for 9.8 miles, Topeka time, and then Wendy's, and then customer drop-offs. So Topeka time is on this road, and we will pass that as we go back into town. So we'll accept that. And oh, it's got me going to Wendy's first. That means the deliveries come. Now let's get the directions. It'll take me the fastest way.
Drive southeast on US 19, US 129 for 2 miles.
No, you're going to want to take that bypass.
All right. Look it up. All right, so it did it to me again. I didn't even continue dashing, and it gave me another order, but it is almost 7 o'clock. We've done $91.81, but that order it gave me was $3 and some change for 9 miles. We did not take it. So this is a double order, $14.05 for 9.9 miles, going to Papa John's and Lucky's, and then 2 customer drop-offs. We'll accept that. That'll put us over $100. We're going to Papa John's first.
Continue on US 76, Georgia 2 for 2 miles.
So when I filmed that last section, I noticed that the camera was on time warps. I don't know how we pushed that button, because we've both been taking the camera back and forth. So I apologize for what you missed. I'll just stick music under it. By the time you see this, you will have already watched that part, but sorry. So that was, I waited 15 minutes. They got a band in there, standing room only. Now we are going to go deliver this. It's a 10-minute ride out there. I hope that pizza's not cold, because we do the pizza second.
Docked.
Well, I put a ticket in with DoorDash saying that they said it was going to be a 10 to 15 minute wait, that they had not even started
Then make a left U-turn to stay
the
on
order,
Merchants Walk.
and I communicated with both.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yes.
they both know.
So
Turn left onto Blue Ridge Street.
So the reason I think that they put these orders together was because the Lucky's was $9.75 tip. The Papa John's was $0. It was a $0 add-on.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we've been out. We got 45 more minutes. We've made $105.86. But now we got to drive back to our zone. And I almost canceled the Lucky's order. Glad I didn't, because
They're the ones who had the tip.
Yeah, the other one would have it only been a $2 base pay and a $2 peak hours. All right,
So back to the zone.
back to the zone.
You put down that we dashed till what?
8:30.
Drive southeast on New Jewel Mason Road.
Says McDonald's is the new hot area. I'm not sure how to get out of here, so
In 500 feet,
I just
turn
put
left
it for
onto Jewel Mason
McDonald's.
Road.
Alright. But you've made your goal for tonight.
yes, we're $5 over.
Turn left onto Jewel Mason Road.
$2.33, 7.7 miles.
2
I don't-
pickups and 2 drop-offs.
Nope, don't think so.
And it's $2 peak pay right now, so there's a 33-cent tip on there. Decline.
Decline. Crazy. Alright, so we declined 2.
In a quarter mile,
We got
turn right
another
onto
one,
US 19.
$9.15 for 8.6 miles.
But we're way
One
out of the
delivery.
zone.
So it's going to take us, what, 5 miles to get back?
3 miles.
Drive northeast on Pat Colwell Road. Then turn
There's
right
only
onto
2
US
miles.
19.
All right, we're gonna end this dash. We're gonna end this video. I'll give you the stats for today. Let's see, I just ended my dash. 4 hours, 55 minutes. We accepted 11 out of 15 orders for $115.01. So let's see, 115, 115.01 divided by 5, $23.02. We drove 64 miles. So that gives you kind of what you can do in a small town. Imagine if you were in Atlanta, Georgia, or Los Angeles, what you could do.
What do you think the key is?
Well, it took us, we've been playing around with the dash for about a month, and you've got to figure out what days and times are best. Like I would go dashing from 2 to 5.
And how far out?
Yeah, and how far out. And I do worry about our acceptance rate, which is at 74%, which supposedly gives us premium dash because we're platinum dashers. But I'm not driving for less than $1 a mile unless they trick me. I really want to, if I could hit $1.50 to $2 a mile, I think that's where I'd like to stay.
Well, and the sweet spot is to take things within a 5-mile radius.
Yeah.
Because then that way you can get it delivered, get back to get another order.
I would rather take a bunch of $5 or $6 orders that don't take you more than
a mile or
2
1 to 5 miles.
1 to 3 miles. I did that yesterday when I was by myself at lunch, and it was a bunch of little orders, but they racked up to $113. So
And it keeps you busy the whole time.
yeah, no downtime.
And if you order DoorDash and it's nighttime,
Leave your light
and they're
on.
going to be leaving it for you, leave your light on for them. Keep the light on for them.
Yeah, pretend like you're Motel 6. Thank y'all for watching. I'm sorry that we got the camera messed up, and so I don't know. I haven't even gone back in the video yet to see how long we had it on time lapse
Or whatever it was
or
on.
whatever it is. They're calling my food now, so we'll see you next
gotta
time. Drive safe.